Buongiorno, everybody. Glad you're here joining me today in my kitchen. Got a nice little recipe for you guys. It's not really a recipe. This is called cooking. So when I was a kid, there was one dish that was like always one of my favorites, and it was just this really simple roast chicken dish. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, because we do a little trick to the top that makes it really yummy. First thing I'm going to do is show you how I put it all together. First off, today I'm doing just chicken legs. I had a pack of chicken legs. I love chicken legs. Pasquale loves chicken legs, so we're having chicken legs. So I'm just going to put these in here. Now, what I usually do is cut up my potatoes, which I cut up already, and you can put them long ways, you can do them chunky like I did this time, and I kept them in water. When you soak them in water, you, first of all, keep them from turning brown, and secondly, it does something to the starch. I forget the reason, the actual reason, who cares? I just know it's better. So I'm gonna real quick just drain the water out of these, and before I throw them in with the chicken, I'm going to dress them a little bit. Now, I'm also going to put in some carrots, so I'll throw those in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of, got to use the dry hand because this one's wet. I'll end up with salt all over me. Some salt and some pepper, and I'm going to throw in just a little. Now, you can put in whatever flavors you like. I've got a little bit of, my magic oregano here from Italy. I'm going to throw some rosemary. I'm going to wait till I'm done here. I'm just going to kind of throw this in. Ah, heck, you know what? We're just going to do this. There we go. This is one of those simple quickies that is always good. And nobody says, oh, that's for dinner? Okay, so now I've got my carrots. Now, I have today, just because I have them, I've got, usually I just do this with potatoes, actually, but I had some carrots that were kind of needed to get used up. So, and I have some of these little mini peppers. So I'm going to just cut up some of these and throw them in too, because you know what? They're cute, and peppers go good with potatoes. But like I said, usually this is strictly a chicken and potatoes dish. And these things are so cool because you just cut the top off and there's like 3 seeds inside. I'm just throwing them in whole because I think it'll be cute that way. There we go. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is set this aside for a minute, and I'm gonna show you the special topping. So you know me, I make my own breadcrumbs. So I did these earlier. And probably about, as much as you want, about a cup or a cup and a half, if that. And we're gonna put in some Romano cheese. You can do it with or without the cheese. I just love the cheese. So we're just gonna put in like, I don't know, a couple tablespoons, quarter cup maybe. And we are going to chop up a little parsley. Okay, so we've got this nice chopped parsley. And then it's up to you. You can throw in some, I can throw some onion in there. I'm not going to today. I'm not in an onion mood. But I'm going to throw in a little bit of, I have some dried thyme here that I've been hanging on to. Thyme's a nice one, especially when, you buy it fresh, and when you buy it fresh and you don't use it all, stick it in a little vase and just let it dry out, and then you can just do what I did. Just kind of, pull the little leaves off, and you have nice thyme flavor. All right, and I'm gonna throw in a little teeny bit of rosemary. I have this is dried rosemary that I dried myself. Oh, so good. Okay. Put that there. Now, just going to mix this up. I did put a pinch of salt, but I'm gonna put a little more. I think I put the salt on the other stuff, black pepper. Now, if you wanna put hot pepper flakes, you can do that too. Just mix this up. You'll know it's good when you can smell it. Oh, you can smell some of those herbs, you know, the cheese. I'm gonna put a smidge more cheese. Another little, just because. All right, so now I have this nice breadcrumb mix, and now I have beautiful olive oil. I'm gonna put a little bit of this. This is some special rosemary olive oil that's really nice. I'm gonna put some of this in. Oh, this is one of those nice ones that comes out so slow. I always forget that. And then I'm gonna put in some of my regular extra virgin olive oil, because that has the best flavor. Okay, it was probably, you know, a couple of tablespoons worth. I'm just going to make sure that all of the breadcrumbs are moistened. Okay, and then when you pick them up, you could squish them together. We don't want to squish them together. We want them nice and fluffy, but they are all dampened by the oil. Now, oh man, now you can smell it. So this is what we do. We take these breadcrumbs and we just, well, actually, hang on. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil over the top of this whole thing, just because, you know, you want it to get in there and get on the bottom, because it helps crisp up the bottom. Now we're gonna take some of this and we're just gonna sprinkle, make sure it gets down all the nooks and crannies. Just sprinkle it on the top. What happens here is with the olive oil that's in the breadcrumbs, it helps it, one, it helps it stick. Two, it helps it, you know, it gives it, that extra oil makes it crisp up. Probably made a hair too many crumbs here, but you know, who cares? It's all good. Now, look how pretty this is. So now this is gonna go in the oven. What I usually do is I cover it with foil or just a cookie sheet I stick on top for the first about a half an hour. Then the last 15 minutes, I think it takes usually about 45 minutes, depending on your oven, 45 to an hour, not really. You wanna make sure those chicken legs are cooked all the way through. If you're ever in a hurry and you wanna do something like this, and you know, it does take a while for the chicken on the bone to cook, and you can do this with any pieces of chicken. I definitely recommend the dark meat, or I recommend doing it with chicken on the bone. Don't do this with chicken breast. Chicken breast just dries out. Chicken breast is just for filleting and making little cutlets and things. It's not for baking. It gets too dry. So anyway, what I recommend is doing this on the bone. But if you're in a hurry, like I was saying, you can boil your chicken legs first. Like even just parboil them, get them, you know, half to 3/4 of the way cooked. It's going to help them be hot already, so that the heat gets inside to the middle and to the bone quicker in the oven. So you can do that. That's kind of a quick. And then what you do, if you boil the chicken first, then you save that water, because that's not water anymore. Now it's chicken broth. You put that in a container and you throw it in the freezer, and boom, you're ahead of the game. Then you got 2 meals. So what we're gonna do is take this, I'm gonna go put it in. Now I tend to do this on a high oven. I put it in, like, you know, never less than 375, usually 400. So just keep an eye on it. I would say 25 minutes or so, take a look at it. If it looks like it's nice and bubbly and you can almost stick a fork in the potatoes, then that's when you're gonna take the top off and let the top all crisp up. Okay, so let's put this in the oven. Oh my goodness. Put this in. This is a childhood memory dish. This is something we made growing up. This is something that my kids always liked, and it's also something that, you know, we've made in Italy. Now you can do this same dish without the breadcrumbs. So if you want to be gluten-free, you can do it without the breadcrumbs. Absolutely. This breadcrumb concoction is something that my grandmother used to do, and I used to love it. And, you know, we used to put this on top of things. It's similar to my stuffing that I put in my peppers and my, what do you call it? My artichokes and things like that. But with this, it just adds an extra depth. It's almost like making fried chicken, like a quickie, easy fried chicken, you know? It's not coated all the way around, but it is on top, and you get some of that crisp and some of that texture that you want without it being fried. But anyway, like I said, you can also make this same dish just with the chicken and the potatoes. If you do that, just massage, make sure all the chicken and the potatoes all have been massaged in some oil, flavor it however you like. Again, do the same thing, cover it for the first bit and then take the cover off, let it crisp up. It's so good. And you let it go, as soon as you think it's done, you let it go like 5, maybe even 10, but at least another 5 minutes, because it's always that last couple minutes that makes the potatoes stick to the pan. And then you get that brown crispy that you got to kind of pry up. That's the best part. That's the best. So whenever you think you're done, always give it a few extra minutes, because never fails that when you think it's done, it's cooked through, but it doesn't have that perfection. And that's why I like doing it in a glass dish, because I can kind of peek at the bottom and I can see, the crust that the potatoes and the chicken make when it kind of sticks to the dish, and you have to use a spatula to get it up. If you don't have to use a spatula to get it up, you didn't do it right, okay? That's what's most important. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little recipe. This is something that you can bring to the table fast. I've been reading some stuff lately, and there was somebody online that was doing like a class on how to save this much time in the kitchen. You know what? You can absolutely do things to save time in the kitchen. But I'm telling you, embrace the kitchen, love the kitchen, enjoy the kitchen, share the kitchen, do it together. For Pete's sake, just, don't rush. Enjoy the process. I just love getting in there and mixing my breadcrumbs by hand, and my hands are all greasy, and if I didn't have chicken on my hands, I'd probably be licking them. But, anyway, there is a joy, and you have to love what you're doing. If you do what you love and you love what you do, it all comes into this beautiful cycle, So you tend to like things better. You tend to love things, enjoy things that you know how to do. Anytime you don't know how to do something, you tend to just brush it off as, oh, well, I don't like cooking. I don't cook. But in reality is you can't cook. So learn how to cook, and all of a sudden you enjoy it. I can't tell you how many people that I've spent time with and shown them how to cook and taught them how to enjoy it, and they do now. And now they call me, they send me pictures, and they're like, oh my God, look what I made. There's such a joy in it. So enjoy even the little simple dishes like this, that sometimes we need those simple dishes. Enjoy, have a great day, bring this dish to your table. Don't forget to vote for me. Oh my goodness, please keep voting. I really appreciate what you guys have been doing for me. It has been, even if I don't win, the amount of love that has flowed my way from you guys has been the stuff of tears for me, because I sit here at night and I read the comments, and I'm trying to catch up and keep up. I haven't even responded to all the birthday comments I got the other day, because I've just been so busy with all these other comments. And I'm just like, but I like to answer you guys, even if it's just, I take the time to put a heart and tell you I love it, or give you the huggy cares one or whatever, little emoji. I like to take the time and respond to you guys, because I feel like if you have the time and you're putting forth the effort to watch me, then I have the time to respond to you. So sometimes I'm a little slow because things are going on, but I always try to respond. And if I miss one, believe me, it's an accident. But anyway, again, so thank you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dorina's Kitchen, as well as, like and share and whatever, follow this page here on Dorina's Kitchen on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. So please just keep following my stuff and check out all the things. Actually, I just posted a link on my Dorina's Kitchen Facebook page that has all my links. So you can just go to that one link and it takes you to all my links, and it also takes you to my FreshJax Spices that you get a nice discount for because you'll watch me, and also for my Pampered Chef products that I sell. And if anybody wants to have a Pampered Chef party virtually, I will do a free cooking class for you. So we will have a Zoom cooking class no matter where you are in the country or the world. I will do a class for you. I'm doing one this week that's between Italy and here in the States, so that's going to be fun. So anyway, let me know. I'm always here, ready for you. So, buon appetito, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Ciao. I got to kiss you with the other hand because this one's dirty. Left-handed kiss. Ciao.